Hello and welcome back to a Friday installment of Poke Fodder. How are things going for you headed into the first weekend of 2018? Hope things are going well for you. I got no complaints on my end. However, it would seem that Pokemon Duel is not really starting off the new year on the best of foot. What happened was I had briefly mentioned this in a previous video yesterday, maybe the day before, where a lot of people thought that the cruise ended at 7:59 p.m. and then it ended at 7:59 a.m., which is 12 hours early, which may not seem like a big deal, except I did not grind out on the cruise ship, but while I was flying, I went ahead and got the Wi-Fi package so that I could finish out. I told you guys that I went like 7 wins and 7 or 8 losses on my last day. But I wasn't grinding. I was visiting family. I was doing holiday stuff. I played when I had energy. I didn't use any gems up until that final time. I gotta admit, I didn't read over everything with a fine-tooth comb. I just assumed that it was 7:59 a.m. But it actually did say incorrect text. There was some incorrect text for the Queen's Cup, which was held until 7:59 UTC on January 4th, 2018. The incorrect text showed 7:59 p.m. when in actuality 7:59 a.m. That's a big difference. I went ahead and used like 20 gems because I was losing so much on that last day to finish out and get my EX cube, but there were a lot of people who only needed 1 or 2 more wins, did not want to use gems, and only needed another win or 2, maybe 3, and were letting their energy refill before continuing on, and missed out on some prizes, whether it was the Mega Salments or the EX Cube. Whatever the case may be, people missed out on games. That's a big deal. And this is the only apology that you get is after the fact. After you end the cup, you come and say, oh yeah, sorry, that ended 12 hours ago, our bad. That's not really a good way to do an apology. And I don't know what a better way to do the apology. Maybe just bring back the boat for 12 hours. I don't know. But I think that's pretty sorry for them to end something 12 hours before and then say, oops, our bad, this ended 12 hours early. If you didn't get what you were going for, bad luck on you. I don't agree with that. And if you were affected by that, I feel bad for you. And I probably would have been one affected by it had I not been flying. Who knows? Anyway, not a great start to the new year for Pokemon Duel. What I want to go over is, look at this deck. Like, this is all grass. And Soteris and he likes to play an all grass deck. He likes Tapu Bulu, but he's finding it to be a little weak in some areas, and there's certain things that he can't counter, namely Lunala. So what I wanted to do is throw together some kind of a new age grass deck. And I will say, for the record, I do not think mono type decks are the way to go in this game. I think you need a hybrid deck. And I've mentioned that before. But here's an all grass deck that has an interesting twist to it. I have the Mega Sceptile, but I'm not running the Mega Sceptile plate. Maybe I should, but I just don't think it's that good. I like the Charizard Y, but other than that, I'm not a big fan of any of the Megas. I think Mega Blaziken is nice with hopping over and burning, but at the end of the day, I think regular Blaziken is actually a better figure, and I think it's arguable that Combusken is better than Blaziken. It's arguable, and in all situations, probably not, but across the board, I think there's a good chance. So For 2 plates, I just don't necessarily think it's worth it. He's just in there. But I have Tapu Bulu, I have Virizion, I have Grovyle into Sceptile, I have Trevenant. Trevenant. It's the tree. Everybody kills me for pronouncing that one wrong. I have Santler, and then I have Rowlet all the way up to Decidueye. I'm going to jump into a game while I go over what this is. And this isn't something that I solely came up with. Soteris has a lot of the thought behind this, and then Freyja actually came up with the synergy between Trev and Santler. If you don't know, and I really wouldn't blame you if you didn't know, because nobody's running Santler, but it cannot be knocked out by Grass type. If you'll remember, Trev turns the battle opponent into a Grass type, which makes Santler a really solid goalie if you can turn your opponent into a Grass type and then have Santler on goal. They can't knock him out. We're going to see if I can make that work. I've run this deck a few times. I've had mixed results with it. Sometimes it works out really well, and other times not so much. I'm going to go ahead, and he's got a chain level there. Does he have a Coco? He does have a Coco. Okay. I'm going to just throw my groovy Grovyle out here to front up. It's really interesting that he did not open with Coco. Does he have Hurdle Jump? Of course he has Hurdle Jump. Okay, so we are going to... I'm going to throw Tapu Bulu right here. If he hops over here, I don't know what I'm going to do. Honestly, I might throw Rowlet down there and just hope for the best. If he hops into my corner, and he doesn't. He has no other hurdle jumps, right? Okay, so nope, no other hurdle jump. I'm just going to throw my Rowlet right here. It could win, probably not. We'll see. My only real concern is Blaziken rolling gold, and then me rolling gold, which would be GG for me. Or the miss, which is absolutely 100% ridiculous that he would be able to pull that. I mean, I'm willing to take that risk because the odds of him doing that are so minute that it's comical that it happened. So there you go. Obviously, the deck doesn't work, and we will try this again. It's early month. I really do not care at all about my rank. I've been trying to find some fun decks. As you may have noticed, I have almost a million ingots, which I can't remember the last time I was at 1 million ingots, but I'm going to do some kind of a mass evolution, mass power up video sometime soon, after I reach 1 million, of course. I most likely am going to go ahead and wait until I reach the 17th for the new banner. And I got to tell you, it feels like it feels like it was been a year. I don't feel like we've had a new banner yet this year. You know, playing a joke on 2017 having just turned into 2018. All right, Grovyle, you did absolutely nothing for me last time I opened up with you. And my opponent has... Oh, man, this is... All right, well... We will go there. Switch. That's a lot of switches for somebody who doesn't have a Pokemon that benefits from switching. Does he have Mega... Wait. Okay. I'm in a world of hurt on this one too, because I don't have Go Block. And so he's going... I don't know why... I'll tell you what, I am going to long throw my Trev right here. I have the most difficult time when I go against these decks who do just completely wildly random things that I just, quite honestly, I don't understand. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to double chance. I'm going to step back with my Groovy. I'm going to go for my evolution here. And I was 100% expecting Dio speed to roll dodge there. That would have fit in with how I feel right now. But we did get the knockout. But what I was saying is these opponents who come out and do just absolutely wild and crazy, unexpected things, like my opponent, why would you rush Dio speed down and then switch? It makes no sense to me. I couldn't reach his Gengar if he'd have just pulled out his Gengar and dropped him right there. I couldn't reach. So why not pull him out there, run him down to the next one? I think it took the same amount of turns. If I roll blue here, which I don't, he's going to get his 2 back. I really like Ho-Oh. And in my million ingot spending spree, do not be surprised if I take a Ho-Oh. Whoa. Okay. That was favorable RNG. Do not be surprised if I take a Ho-Oh and make it at least level 5 and chain level 10. I actually think Ho-Oh could be... Okay, see, he uses Gold Block, and I don't understand that, because why not just take your DOS and run it down and see what happens? Why waste the plate when you don't necessarily have to? That's what I would have done. Of course, I'm also the goofball that took out Rowlet to front up against a... I'm doing this just for the video right here. Who took a Rowlet to front up against... Cool. A Blaziken, and said, I'm not really worried about hitting gold as it proceeds to land gold and win the game. Wow. I guess I really can't talk about RNG. I did kind of want to showcase the Trev and Santler synergy. I don't think Santler has even made it off of my bench in 2 games now. Okay. I can actually cover Mega Gengar with Sceptile. Stealth It is going to be a good game to my opponent. And there is nothing that he can do. We're rocking out pretty quick games here, so why don't we try one more? I will say that that game right there was more a product of my opponent not playing well than it was a product of, and I got really good RNG. But I didn't do, the point is I didn't do anything spectacular that game to warrant a victory. I think I got a couple of very favorable rolls, and my opponent didn't necessarily play that great. And I'm not trying to diminish my opponent. I definitely don't want to do that, but he wasn't running a high-level deck. How about that? All right, so finally, we are going to roll up against... I'm a big fan of a Steel Energy deck. This is fun. This is exciting. I like Magearna. I don't know why I can't ever find a role for it in any of my decks, but I like it. We will open up with Rowlet on the back line. If I can get Rowlet against this Metang, or another good one would be Cobalion. don't know how I'm going to get Rowlet over there. May not have been the best move to make, but I've seen some videos on Twitter of I believe he's a Japanese player that uses Metang. A whole deck of them. It's absolutely wild to watch the synergy between throwing Metangs and moving other Steel-type Pokemon around the board, and it's wild and crazy. I don't have the parts to run that. I think I have one Metang, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not even. Maybe not even. Alright, I'm gonna just front up here. And then what I'd like to do is try to get my Trev out there against anything not named Mew. So that's great for me right there. And now I'm going to double chance and go straight after this Togamaru. I don't know if I said that right, but definitely going to try to get my final evolution of my Decidueye right here against a significantly weaker opponent. That worked out perfectly. I do not care or need to respin. I'm not worried that I'm suffering from paralysis, because after the evolution that is going to go away. Things are looking good here. I do like... I mean, he's already at +6, so his 89 becomes 95 already. 121 is nice. Nothing to complain about on that. Really does me no good to take over his entry point with Decidueye at this moment in time. I will go ahead and press forward with Virizion. I did use my double chance already. I'm going to, and here's why I took Virizion and took that entry point. Because Steelix is a threat. I'm not going to lie. That is a nice Pokemon. And Decidueye has gold. And that was 100% the reason why it didn't work out for me. But I'm going to take out my... I've got time. His entry points are frozen for the next few moves, which gives me a moment to break out my Trev. Now I'm guessing he's probably going to move Mew to right there. I probably could have played this a little bit better. Take my Trev and slide it over. Now, as long as I don't go purple into gold, I should be okay. Because if he attacks... Let's see if he goes after my Santler, though, and he is going to go after my Santler, which is going to present a significant problem here. I'm not thinking things through really well. This is a really poorly played game by me. So, luckily I have a long throw, and I almost forgot about that, which is going to prevent me from losing or having to make a last-ditch effort play. I do realize I have the Virizion cheese lined up and ready to go. Alright, cool. But this isn't a video about Virizion cheese. This is a video about synergy and Santler, Trev, and grass types. Now I'm going to move Trev over to front up against Gyro Ball. He's not going to get the additional 30 bonus on Gyro Ball, but he does have Dig. This could be a Bulu if I roll the was it the full swing, could throw my Trev up onto his entry point with a winning roll. Actually, it doesn't even have to be a winning roll. Just if I roll correct, if I roll well, it's good to go. Let's move Groovy Grovile over to my goal. And I'm kind of set up well. I could go for the cheese. Not anymore. Let's go ahead and, since my opponent's being pretty passive, we'll turn him into a grass type. And now what I can do is, if I roll manipulative and don't lose the roll, I can either move all of my Pokemon around on the board, or I can start taking his Pokemon and moving them away and sleeping them. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to slide Santler over 1, which is going to open the door for a manipulative. I can drop Mew. Okay, I will, I'm more than happy to go after him. If he rolls his Tractor Beam, I'm going to get surrounded, because he'll be able to take a Steel type and drop him right there. But now none of those 3 Pokemon can KO my Santler. I don't know why he gets to evolve off of that. And he made a mistake by not taking the evolution. So now oh wait. I think I goofed up because he wasn't. Oh no. Wow. I goofed up so bad and got punished. Like, he was spinning. He had this little thing spinning down there, which I thought meant that he was grass. And then I realized too late, obviously, that is a good game, because I can't get over there. I cannot believe I did that. God. Oh. And just so you know, Grovile has 4 miss. That was a terrible play on my part. Terrible play. Well, there you go. That is how the week is going to end for Pokefodder's Pokemon Duel. If you were affected by the error, what would you want as compensation? Like, because I don't know. I don't know. I do know that you could do the carnival without gymming, as long as you kind of stayed on top of it. But if you were not using gyms and slowly rolling along, and you had it planned out, and you had 12 more hours, and you're like, I need 4 more wins to get whatever prize it was you were aiming for, and then you found out you didn't really have those 12 hours, what do you want as compensation? What would be fair compensation? Let me know in the comments below. You can always head over to my Discord. The links, as always, are in the description below. Let me know, what do you want? Whatever the next prize would you want a booster ticket? They're obviously not going to bring back the cruise ship for 12 hours. And is them saying whoops, is even if you finished everything, them just saying whoops, is that good enough? Let me know. Have an amazing weekend, and until next time.